Hey, what's up, Spanish Rican? I think it was right. Spanish
Yeah,
Rican?
the Spanish
Oh, that's right,
Rican.
the Spanish Rican. Well, Pa, I just wanted to make mention. All right, what's up, first of all? My name is Bilal Senghor, not Be Senghor. Shit, it's like B, Be. I don't know, you're from Puerto Rico, you have to say Be. You're speaking in English, say B, not Be. But that was just my thing with that one. That was funny right off the bat. I was like, Be instead of B, say B, no Be. Anyway, no, it's all right because I understand you in PR, and sometimes you get kind of mixed up because you're speaking English, but yet in PR you speak Spanish, whatever the hell.
That doesn't matter. But
Which doesn't matter,
no,
right? Nah, it doesn't matter because you know
no.
what? I myself and my wife, we think you're full of shit.
Yeah.
But but beyond that, I was just wondering. It's like if see my mother, she came. Actually, my grandmother came from a place called Agua Buena. There were black people there.
Hmm.
She, her mom, her dad, stuff like that. I mean, they're kind of scattered. These blacks, and I just wondered, you know, if you're not pleased with being black or of black, it's all right, you know, or
Hmm.
because hey, Puerto Ricans say that, oh, I'm a mixture of this and that, Taino, or maybe Asian, and African, whatever. But of course, it's always a low dose of African. It seems like it most of the time. Wouldn't you
Well, yeah.
think?
And your grandparents, even from Spain, they have African descendants.
Yeah, I mean, the Moors did kind of dominate that area for a
Yeah.
period of time. I mean, like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
You know, you
And
know,
they worship the Black Madonna.
yeah, and they worship the Black Madonna, and I mean, just having brown skin. It's nice. When I was looking at my mom, I was like, "Mommy, that's nice. That's very pretty."
Hmm.
But she didn't think it was pretty, probably because of fuckhead like you. That were
Exactly.
telling her that she wasn't beautiful in any type of way. And that's what my mother put in me when I was a kid, that, having me was the best thing that happened to her. And I felt that being of her was the best thing that happened to me, but she didn't understand why she was beautiful, or why, being African descent was so important. Because throughout our whole lives, we were always, Spanish this and
Yeah.
Spanish that.
Always, always boost up the European
Hmm.
man, wherever he come from, be Ireland or Scotland or
Hmm.
England or wherever you come from, Germany, all these I mean, European places that you want to place yourself in.
Yeah, I mean, if you read a lot of books, man, and I don't
I
think
don't think you
that you
have.
read as many. I mean, I have a whole bookshelf full of books that reflect that of Puerto Rican culture, that really doesn't have to identify it being Puerto Rico. For example, uh, Dr. Ben Yakanan. Did you know he was Puerto Rican? Dr. Joseph Ben Yakanan. This man's a Puerto Rican.
You probably don't even know who that
And I
is.
know, I know that's the funny thing, but this is a
As
man.
unschooled as you
He's
are.
one of the men that you were saying that, since I'm an Afrocentrist, this guy is definitely an Afrocentrist, and maybe you should check him out because he was a hell of a lot older than me. I think Dr. Ben is like 90 some years old now.
Uh-huh.
So, and then people like Pedro Albizu Campo. I mean, him. You know what I mean? This guy was, I mean,
Revolutionary.
revolutionary as far as, I mean, being Afro, a man of Afro descent, or excuse me, African descent, and and he proclaimed himself to be. That's what it is. Is
Uh-huh.
that no matter what I look like, uh, I still honor Africans. Because just because I don't reflect that doesn't mean that I'm not of that.
Uh-huh.
And in your case, I don't know you, man, and we don't know each other.
That's right. And yeah, you don't really have a leg to stand on when you make judgment calls. So, oh yeah, all he's saying is just lies. Because I live in Puerto Rico, and I see 90% of white people around here. There aren't, there's like rarely any black people. and that's which is
Lies.
baloney.
Okay, I'm gonna say I'm gonna the reason why that's a lie is because many people the understanding the history of Puerto Rico is that the labor that was brought in from Africa was extraordinary, even in the Caribbean itself, in the Caribbean and in South America, because excuse me, in America they didn't have the African slave population that the Caribbean had. So the thing is with that whole logic about that there's not that many African or they're in little spots and stuff. The truth is that they are everywhere.
Hmm.
I mean, every place doesn't have to be what you would think is a Harlem or something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or
predominantly black.
or Brooklyn, because it seems like you're telling me that every white. Because I mean, I've been to Puerto Rico six times. I remember when I was a kid. And my parents, they moved out of there for whatever reason. Actually, well, of course, it was relationships. They wanted to keep the family together. And the other thing is jobs. That's where a lot of Ricans found themselves getting out of there for. Because even when you think of Puerto Rico now, just because your sad ass got a job doesn't mean that the bulk of the island has a job. There's a lot of poverty in Puerto Rico if you hadn't figured that out. But just because your ass is working doesn't mean that everything is cool. You understand? Even myself and my wife, we're working. That's great. But as far as people, you proclaim yourself to be a part of those Puerto Rican people because you fucking live there. Yo, man, you're a fucking little kid, son. I mean, I'm fucking 37 years old. You're a fucking baby. So as far as you living there for a period of oh, I know so much about Puerto Rico. Look, man, you need to delve into Puerto Rico a hell of a lot more than you have, because just because you think that you have descendancy from Spain,
Spain.
just like hey, my grandma, I think my great grandmother possibly was from Spain on my father's side, and my grandmother. That's probably potentially. Oh yeah, it's right. It's pretty much there. But guess what? She married. She married a black man. Ha ha. So every
There
child
you
that
go.
she has had has been un Spaniard. It looked like they were kind of mixed breeds. So when you're mixed breed like that, you become un-Spanish, un-European. So you don't become a part of the elite in Spain. So the problem is with that, not the nonsense that I feel that you're speaking of, by way of Puerto Rico. Oh, I know this about Puerto Rico, and so I couldn't possibly know. Look, man, I know more than just fucking reading, man. I mean, I was first generation to be born in the mainland. And those other Puerto Ricans that I grew up with, they couldn't help but think about Puerto Rico every day. Everything that I know is of them. So you don't know what the fuck you talking about when you talk about, oh, I couldn't know this and that shit. Look, like I said, I don't have, it's funny, you called me a Puerto Rican, and yet I'm not a Puerto Rican. You feel me? I'm a New Yorican. No, I'm a fucking Puerto Rican. And I understand that that's my culture, that's my lineage, that's where my peoples came from. First generation peoples came from. You understand? I didn't have to, think of a grandparent. Oh, he came from Puerto Rico, and everybody else was American. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do you think, babe, about that whole thing about what the young man said
I
about
think he was. I think he was talking out
being
of
an
his
asshole?
ass and being disrespectful
Mm-hmm.
over something he disagreed with. He could have just said, "Oh yeah, I knew. I just disagree with what he said," instead of outright calling you a liar.
Yeah, I know. You just want to be indifferent to be indifferent. I mean, look, man, I have education, too much for you. And I have children, and I have a wife, and a good marriage. I have a house. I don't know what you have, but the thing is, this is what I know to be because I have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So anything I put out there is for you to learn because that's the reason why I put it out there. Now, if you disagree, hey, Bob, that's okay. I mean, I understand.
That's your opinion.
That is your opinion. I understand. But to have an opinion, scholars would say that you have to have some background knowledge,
Facts to
some
back it up.
facts, okay? And it doesn't have to be book facts, and it's not just on the person that you feel that is most qualified or you're biased toward. It has to be on real knowledge that you could actually, it's like field knowledge, that experiment, that you could touch and that for sure is. But I have to, I have to refute on that whole issue about, these Africans being over there in Louisiana. Look, there were Africans scattered all throughout that area. There was nobody that looked, there was hardly anybody that looked like you throughout, excuse me, as far as the bulk of the island. There was not many people that looked like you. Now Puerto Ricans are claiming that more Europeans look like you there. You know what I mean? And that's what's crazy. But the truth is that any census will tell you that it is quite mixed. But of course, these people don't want to identify that they are mixed anyway. So, and that's what skews the census a little bit, don't you think? When someone doesn't want to admit they're black, they could be brown and stuff. It's no, I know no. I just get like that when I go outside. And that's stupid. But there's a lot of retarded Puerto Ricans, and you're one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just the one that I see right now. You're the one that has issues and shit that haven't been resolved, man. Whatever it is, I know who the fuck I am, and I wish I could just see your face. I wish I could. I mean, I could just right in front of me, because you deserve that. You deserve more than an ass whooping on a video. You need to know the truth, and you need to hear it one on one. See, this whole video viral shit. I mean, that's not the way I like to roll at all. But apparently, like I said, I think you have a lot to learn, like you feel that others have lots to learn. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like the advice that you've given my husband, read a book, make friends or whatever. Stop spreading lies on YouTube and all this shit. Take your own advice. That's all I gotta say to you.
Okay, Spanish Rican. Wow, that's like a oxymoron, isn't it? Spanish Rican. How the hell are you gonna be Spanish and still be Rican? I don't know. Why don't your ass go to fucking Spain? How about that? Fuck you.
Bye.
There you go. Bye.
Have a nice day.
And learn something about yourself. Okay? Thank you.